Hello everyone, welcome to Tech World. So this video I did not plan on making it whatsoever. I was just sitting there bored and I asked ChatGPT to create a WordPress plugin for me that did a few different things. And oh boy, it delivered. So sit back, relax, enjoy this video, and also I want to make a part 2 to this video for which I'm going to need your help. So continue with the video, I'll talk more about it as the video goes. But before we get started, make sure you drop a like and subscribe. I just asked ChatGPT to create a WordPress plugin for me. I was just doing a random experiment and I decided to turn this into a video. Anywho, I asked ChatGPT to create a WordPress plugin for me, which upon installation, after I click a button called Initiate Startup on dashboard, does the following things in the backend. First one being change the permalink structure to post name and saves it into the database. Second being deactivates all the plugin besides itself, creates and publishes 3 pages, home, blog, and contact, assigns the front page as a static page and selects home page, then saves that setting into the database. Please make it as descriptive as possible. I don't know much about WordPress plugin development. Make it so I don't have to touch the code, and if you don't think you can execute this task with at least 80% certainty, please tell me you can. So I'm just giving it out to ChatGPT so that I don't waste my time. Anywho, I was quite surprised when it presented me the code. Now I'm going to tell you a little bit more about why I asked it to change the permalink structure, deactivate all the plugins, create and publish these 3 pages, and assign front page as the static page. Now the reason for this is I make a lot of videos and I have to create a lot of different WordPress instances, and it could be within test WP, it could be within local, it could be just in my own hosting. So I just have to create a lot of WordPress instances, and each video that I make I have to create at least 2 to 3 different WordPress instances, because first one I have to test it out, right, and then the second one is going to be the first ever rundown of what I'm going to show within the videos, and the third one is finally what I will show on the video. And these are some of the things that I always do. Now there's a lot more things that I do, like certain plugins I install each time, which I've not asked it to do because I just wanted to keep it simple. But after seeing the code, I think I should have asked it to install a few plugins as well and do a few different things. So yeah, now I'm just going to take you within the code. Anyways, it gave me a name for the plugin as well. The plugin's name is WordPress Startup Automator, which is a pretty good name, I'm not gonna lie. So yeah, 4 things it needs to do: change the permalink structure, deactivate other plugins, create pages, and set a static front page to home. So plugin code, you can copy this code into a new PHP file and upload it as a plugin. So it's given me this PHP code right here. So first of all, it's created a function here called WP Startup Automator Menu. It basically adds a menu within your WordPress dashboard, like you've got all the menu in your screen's left side within the sidebar. So it basically creates that. Its menu title is going to be WP Startup Automator as well. Capability, manage options. Startup Automator is the menu slug, and it has given it a position of 100, which means it's basically going to show up at last. So add action, admin menu, WP Startup Automator. So whenever the plugin runs, it's going to run this action right here, and this menu will be shown in your WordPress admin menu or your admin dashboard. And after that, it's going to display the page for the plugin. So this function right here, it basically runs this HTML code, or it renders this HTML code, and this is what we're going to see within the page. And the function has been called here once again. There's also a button called Initiate Startup, which I asked it for. It has created that button as well. It's pretty good. So this function basically initiates all the tasks that I've asked ChatGPT to run when the button Initiate Startup has been clicked. So the function is WP Startup initiate tasks. First one being changing the permalink structure, update option, permalink structure to post name, flush rewrite rules, flushes the rewrite rules. Second one being deactivate all plugins except this one. Current plugin equals plugin base name, active plugins, get option, activate plugins for each, activate plugin as plugin. So it basically deactivates all the other plugins except itself. The third one being create and publish home, blog, and contact pages. So it has called a few different functions here: home, blog, and contact. And this is not the complete code because it seems we have some helper function to create a page down here as well. Anywho, keeping this aside, the fourth one set homepage as the static front page. From what I know, I don't know much about plugin development, but from what I know and what I can understand so far, I think this code is going to work. So I guess let's just save this code as a PHP file. Let's run it up and let's see what's going to happen. I'm really excited. Okay, so from within my local instance, I am running this random site that I had. So what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to go within its directory and we're going to have to create a plugin file. So go within WP content, plugins, and let's create a new file here, new folder. Let's name it WP Startup. Let's open it up. Let's go ahead. Let's create a new text folder here, or a text document, my bad, .txt, and let's name it WP Automator, and let's leave it at that. Let's go ahead. Let's paste in our PHP code. Here it is. Go in, paste it. Everything looks good, so I'm just gonna save it. X out, and now let's rename this once again to a .php folder. But to do that, we need to fiddle around with some settings within Windows Explorer, and that is to go within options. And if I recall correctly, I think we need to simply uncheck this option right here, hide extensions for known file types, and I think this should work. Let's see. So yeah, now our file extensions are no longer hidden, so let's go ahead and let's rename it to .php. And if I press enter, I'm just gonna type in yes, there we go, that's our PHP right there. So let me refresh this site, and if I go within plugins now, we should have the WP Automator. Right there it is. Automates essential setup tasks like permalink structure, page creation, blah blah blah. Everything's ready. Let me activate it. Let's see what's gonna happen. I'm like super excited. So there it is, our menu, WP Startup Automator. So let's click on it. And yeah, this is the HTML content that I was telling you about. If I click on initiate startup tasks have been completed successfully. So let's go over it one by one. So if I go within settings, then within reading, it has created a home page first, and it has assigned it as the home page or the front page. As for the permalinks, yeah, okay, so it has been selected to post name, which is good. Besides that, let's check if it has deactivated the other plugins, which it has. That's pretty good as well. And as for the pages that it had to create, it probably created a home page, which is this one, a contact page, and a blog page. There's the contact page and the blog page. These are the three pages. Okay, so I guess it checks out. ChatGPT, it gets my thumbs up. This video is sponsored by absolutely nobody. But if you're interested in learning how to earn money using WordPress, creating websites, then you might want to head over to techgirl.co, my very own website. And if you're not interested, well, then you may simply continue with the video. Thanks. Now, there's a few more things that I want to do with this plugin, but obviously the things that I've thought of, I've not really thought a lot of things within my mind. So I want your help for this one. If you've got any different ideas, any things that you want this plugin to do, then just let me know down in the comments below. I'll pick the best one, and I'll create a part 2 to this video where we'll ask ChatGPT to create something even more. We're going to ask it to add a lot of features within this plugin, and I want to make it so ideally I don't have to touch the code, not even a little bit. All right, so I just don't want to touch the code any bit. That is the plan. Let me know what other things I should ask ChatGPT to do within this plugin. And yeah, so I hope you guys found that video helpful. I certainly had a lot of fun making it because this video was not planned whatsoever. So yeah, drop a like, subscribe to Tech Grill, and I'm Sid. I'll see you whenever I'll see you. Take care.